If you're doing that, I don't care how old you are. If you're 50, 60, 70, you're still gonna build muscle, man, all right? Hey, what's up guys? Gary Walker here with liveanabolic.com and welcome back for another video. All right, this video, I'm gonna be speaking to you guys who are trying to build muscle. All right, here's the thing, as a man over 40, it's a little more difficult to build muscle compared to when you were in your 20s and 30s. So I am about to give you the 5 best muscle building tips for all you men over 40, all right? Here's the thing, if you follow these 5 things, you're still gonna be able to build muscle, but you wanna make sure you're doing these consistently. That's the other thing. I work with a lot of guys all the time who they'll do 1, 2, or 3 of these things and neglect a couple, thinking, well, some is better than none. I get it, that makes a lot of sense. However, when you're over 40, man, if you're 40, 50, 60, even 70s, I've got guys in their 70s that are still training to build muscle, and you can do it. You just have to make sure you're doing all of these things, and once again, consistently. All right, if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, man, please subscribe to our channel. Also, make sure you click on that little bell icon. That way you get notified every time we upload a new video. All right, here's the thing. Let's get into the first tip. First tip may be something that sounds a little simple, all right? It may sound simple, but here's the thing. You need to follow a plan. That is huge when you're trying to reach an end goal. If your goal is to build muscle and you're all over the map, following this program, that program, you're doing workout after workout, when nothing really makes sense, you're not gonna get the results you're looking for. All right, here's the thing. We've got a lot of great plans that you can follow, but you wanna make sure that you find one that's gonna help you reach your goals. A lot of these programs out there are designed strictly for weight loss, just to help you get lean, get the fat off your body. However, when your goal is muscle building, you wanna make sure you're doing a muscle building routine. My Ripped After 40 for men is a really good plan. I got Jacked After 40, which is all about muscle building. So if you wanna check out a muscle building workout, use one of those to get you moving in the right direction. Takes out all the guesswork. That way you're not just trying to do something. You know you're following a plan designed to help you get to the muscle gains you're looking for, all right? Here's the second thing you wanna be doing. Using compound multi-joint movements. So I don't mean doing a bunch of banded work, a bunch of body weight stuff. That's all great, help you burn a lot of calories, gonna help you lose some weight. But when your goal is to actually build muscle, you need to push some weight. You need to focus on compound multi-joint movements, meaning some type of squat variation, all right? It can be a goblet squat, which is something I recommend for my older guys. It can be a front dumbbell squat, heels elevated dumbbell squat, any type of squat variation. You wanna make sure you're doing a bench press, some dumbbell bench pressing. You wanna make sure you're doing a type of back row variation, dumbbell back rows, dumbbell deadlifts, something like that. Those are all really good multi-joint movements. Also an overhead press. That's another good multi-joint movement that's gonna work your shoulders, triceps. So you're focused on working all of the multi-joint movements, meaning you're moving and bending with more than one joint at a time. For instance, if you're doing a bicep curl, the only thing moving is this joint here. That's a single isolation movement. When you are doing a squat, your knees are bending, your hips are bending, multi-joints. All right, bench press, shoulders, elbows, multi-joints. So those movements are gonna give you your biggest bang for your buck. So those are going to be key. Following the plan, utilizing multi-joint movements. Then you wanna focus on progressive overload. That's the third thing. Third thing, what is progressive overload? You don't wanna start out doing, for instance, 30-pound bench presses in week 1, and you get 8 weeks, 9 weeks, 10 weeks in, and you're still doing 30-pound bench presses. You wanna focus on constantly making improvements, progress, progressive overload. All right, there's a couple different things you can do with that. for instance, let's go back to bench press. If you're doing 3 sets of 8 to 12 repetitions with a bench press, and all you can do at the beginning of the program that you're following is 30 pounds. All right, that's great. Do 30 pounds until you can do 1 extra rep or 5 more pounds, hopefully a week, 2 weeks into your program. You wanna focus on making progress with one of those 2 things. You're not always gonna be able to add 5 pounds at every workout, add 5 pounds. Next workout, add 5 pounds. It doesn't work that way. Strength doesn't come that quickly. It's not very linear, especially when you're older. So again, if it's 8 to 10 reps, shoot for 11 reps and then 12 reps. Maybe 13 reps. If you get 13 reps, more than likely that's when you can add 5 pounds and it's gonna drop you back into that 8 rep range. And then you're gonna go with that 8 to 10 reps till you can do 11, till you can do 12, you hit 13, and then another 5 pounds or 2.5 if you have smaller increments like that. But you wanna do that with all of your compound movements, not necessarily the isolation movements, because even though you're working your bench press and back rows, all of those compound movements, you're still gonna be doing some isolation, because I get it. As a man, you still wanna focus on building nice arms, nice shoulders, some of these other body parts. We're really gonna be focused on that when you're doing an all-inclusive program. So building muscle, that looks very good as well. All right, you can't do all the workouts perfectly and not do your nutrition perfectly. Here's the thing. If you don't eat good, you're not gonna look good. If you don't eat to fuel your workouts, you're gonna have crappy workouts. If you don't eat to recover from your workouts, you're not gonna be able to build muscle because you're gonna be overtraining or you're gonna be tired. You're not gonna be working out intense enough. So basically, you really wanna make sure if your main goal is building muscle, you wanna eat in a caloric surplus. There's a lot of BMR calculators out there, basal metabolic rate calculators. Type that in online. You're gonna enter your height, your weight, your age, male. All of those things are gonna determine basically your starting BMR. It may be 2,200 calories, it may be 2,500 calories. It's gonna give you your maintenance calories, meaning if you eat that many calories, you're not gonna gain weight, you're not gonna lose weight, you're gonna maintain weight. All right, here's what you do. Say the number is 2,500. Well, add 200 calories to that. Do that and see what happens to the scale. Are you gaining weight? If you're gaining a half a pound, 1 pound a week, great. Keep going at that clip until you don't gain weight. If you're not gaining weight, then add another 200 calories. So you were at 25, you tried 27, you didn't gain, go to 2,900 calories, then check after about 7 to 10 days. All right, give your body a chance to get acclimated to the new calories. And you wanna stay with that caloric intake until you maximize the results there. If you're gaining a pound a week, then you're fine with that, because if your goal is lean muscle, then it's gonna be slow, man. You're not gonna gain 3 pounds, 4 pounds, 5 pounds a week of muscle. So if you see yourself, if you see the scale moving that quickly and you put on 3 pounds 1 week, put on another 3 pounds, then you actually wanna cut back, all right? You've increased the calories too much and you're gaining, more than likely, you're gonna be gaining a little bit of fat with it. You don't really wanna gain fat at any age, really, but especially for you older guys, man. We're over 40, metabolism's already slower than they used to be, testosterone levels are slower than they used to be, so we really gotta focus on all of those things. That's why this group of 5 that I gave you, it's designed to help increase those things, all right? So when you're doing compound movements, you're increasing your hormone profile, meaning you're raising testosterone levels, raising growth hormone levels. When you're eating the way I tell you how to eat, you're increasing testosterone levels, increasing growth hormone levels. So the other thing you wanna focus on with your food, when I say up your calories, it doesn't mean up your processed foods. It doesn't mean go, instead of getting 1 cheeseburger, get 2 cheeseburgers. This needs to be happening from unprocessed foods. This needs to be happening from good lean protein sources. So you want your grilled chicken breast, you want your lean red meat, you want your fish, you want all of those types of proteins, all right? You want your complex carbs coming from good sources. So rice, jasmine rice, brown rice, wild rice, whatever type of rice, beans, lentils, gluten-free breads, some whole grain pastas. There's a lot of good sources, especially when your goal is muscle gaining. You can eat a whole lot more food, man, when you're trying to gain, but the food needs to come from a cleaner variety. So if you put all those together, you're gonna start getting results, all right? But here's the thing. That's 4 that I gave you. If you do all of those perfectly, you're still not gonna get great results if you don't do the last thing. The last thing is rest, recovery, sleep. All of those go together. If you're getting 4 hours of crappy sleep every night, you're not gonna be able to repair. Your body's not going to release the growth hormone required to recover from the daily workouts. So prioritize your sleep. Don't work out 6 or 7 days a week. 4 days is typically all you need as a man over 40. If you want to add a 5th workout, which a couple of my programs have, then that's okay, because they're designed and structured around recovery, with recovery in mind. So that's the other part that's important about following a program. 4 days or 5 days, that's all you want. Pick the program that's gonna fit your schedule that you can utilize and do consistently. Because at the end of the day, if you got a program and it tells you to work out 5 times a week, you know your work schedule's crazy. You know your home life is crazy. And initially you're thinking, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. Even though it's not realistic, I'm just gonna make it happen. Well, life happens. Life gets in the way. I understand that. I've raised 3 kids. I've been married 25 years. So I understand life getting in the way, which is why I recommend 4 days in the first place. 4 days, 45 minutes, you're in and you're out. So whether that be before work, at lunch, right after work, get it done, get it over with. Another little tip that I have for a lot of you guys, if you have the Monday through Friday schedule, I'm telling you to work out 4 days a week. Here's one thing you can do. Schedule one 45-minute workout on a Saturday, one on a Sunday. Then you only need to find 2 days during the week that you need to schedule the other 2 workouts. So typically when you're busy or during the week, you can find 2 times to plug in those 45-minute workouts. If you do that consistently, if you do all of these things, you follow the plan, you lift utilizing compound movements, you're focusing on making progress, progressive overload, you're eating in a surplus of whole nutrient dense foods, not fast foods, not processed foods, and you're resting and recovering. If you're doing that, I don't care how old you are. If you're 50, 60, 70, I got a guy in my group that's 78, looking great, looking jacked. So if you're doing these things, you're still gonna build muscle, man, all right? And at the end of the day, one last point, I don't wanna make this too long of a video, but sarcopenia is already happening. That's muscle wasting as you age. If you do nothing, if you're working all the time, you're not working out, you're not doing all these things, you're naturally in a muscle wasting state. Just because you're getting older, man, you naturally lose more muscle. Your metabolism naturally gets slower. Testosterone levels naturally decline. Everything is going against you. All you need to do, clean up your food, be consistent with the workouts, and you can reverse all of those things. You can focus on longevity, the health, having a happier, healthier life, not only for you, but your family. Just being healthy, man, in general is a great thing, not only for you, but like I said, you're trying to lead by example if you have a family. If they see you doing these things, more than likely they're gonna follow along, follow in your footsteps. They're gonna see the importance of it. They're gonna see how much better you look, how much better you feel, and they want to do exactly what you're doing. So, all right, I hope this was a helpful video, man. Again, you do these 5 things, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, whatever it is, you're gonna be great, you're gonna be fine, you're gonna build muscle. If you have any questions at all, comment below and let me know. One last time, man, if you haven't already subscribed, we've got a ton of amazing content on this channel. Please subscribe to our channel. Go back through some of our older videos. Mark and I have been doing this a long time. I've been training close to 30 years. I've got a lot of one-on-one clients that I work with on a daily basis, and we see lives changing daily. So we want that for you as well. Other than that, man, enjoy this video, and that's all I got. Get busy, get after it. God bless.